of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
At the House of Assembly, I'm Makush Lapinder. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. A new development on the horizon for the Pine Ridge community. A scientific conference hosted by the Medical Doctors and Dental Association, bringing together Grand Bahamas medical community. And the Remembrance Day Committee gears up for one of the biggest parades for the year.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Yolanda Thompson-Everest. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight. For some time now, parts of the Pine Ridge community have been in need of revitalization, and now a new development is taking shape to change that. The multi-agency project is designed to restore the community and provide support for residents. Raven Davis has this story. For years, the buildings along Piners Way have stayed in ruins, but now change is on the way. The Ministry for Grand Bahama is transforming the space into the Pine Ridge Resilience Center, a new hub designed to rebuild and empower the community.
We're creating here a space where people can come to, you can have programming. It will also be utilized as a shelter. It'll also have feeding programs and opportunities to truly impact the lives of the people in the community.
The ministry recently acquired the property and demolition is underway. Minister Moxie says the project forms part of a broader plan known as the Garden Village Project, aimed at revitalizing the entire area.
This is just one phase of it, the Resilience Center, and then we have the 12 buildings, the Garden Villas buildings that are next to the Urban Renewal Center. That's going to be redeveloped as well. And then we have some blue buildings. We call them the Bain buildings that's being redeveloped as well.
Several government agencies are partnering in the effort, including the Ministry of Housing and Urban Renewal, Social Services, and the Ministry of National Security. National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, says the centers being developed across the country are meant to strengthen community ties.
The whole purpose is to provide a multi-use center where we will hope there will be generational exchange as well with the seniors back to the upcoming generation, and the Ministry of National Security will mandate some programming in every center.
President of Seaport Commercial, Franco Miller, says his company is proud to play a role in reshaping the community.
This building's been derelict for more than 10, 15 years. And it was really an eyesore because it's on the highway. So I think it's good that the government decided to knock it down and to put something that's not going to be an eyesore.
Beyond its programming, the center will also expand Grand Bahama's shelter capacity during hurricanes, while serving as a permanent space for mentorship, skills training, and community support. Officials expect demolition to be completed and the property cleared within the next few weeks, paving the way for construction to begin on what they hope will become the heartbeat of the Pine Ridge community. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis. Grand Bahamas medical community came together for the start of the annual scientific conference hosted by the island's Medical and Dental Association. This year's theme, the modernization of medicine, focuses on how technology, innovation, and collaboration are shaping the future of the healthcare in the Bahamas.
At the Pelican Bay Resort, doctors, dentists, and medical specialists filled the conference hall, all focused on one question: how can medicine keep pace with a changing world? The two-day event bringing together some of the island's leading healthcare minds for open discussions and hands-on sessions about improving patient care through modernization. Minister for Grand Bahama Honorable Ginger Moxie praised the medical professionals for their commitment to advancing healthcare and reassured them of the government's investment in modernizing medicine.
Modernization is not just about what we can do with healthcare infrastructure. It's about who we serve and how quickly we can reach them. It is the urgent moral commitment to deliver the same world-class care to a family in 8 Mile Rock as we deliver in Freeport.
The Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, highlighting various medical modernizations already underway across the country, stating that the upcoming changes are a part of a nationwide push to make healthcare delivery seamless and future-ready.
Very soon, every clinic in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, by way of digital transformation, will be able to access the same information simultaneously throughout the country. Through telemedicine, we will be able to transform our local clinics into fully connected public health satellite clinics, finally allowing specialists in Nassau as well as Grand Bahama to assist primary healthcare physicians throughout the country to be able to get better quality clinical outcomes for our patients.
Delivering the keynote address is Dr. Sam Hasty, who says true medical modernization begins with human connections, which is the center of healthcare.
Modern medicine must also evolve in how we understand the person directly in front of us, not only as a disease to treat, but as a whole human being embedded in relationships and in communities, in families, and in cultures.
The conference wraps up November 7th with various sessions on transforming neurocare and new approaches to managing chronic diseases, which organizers say is all part of preparing Grand Bahama's healthcare community for the future of medicine. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
In news from the court, 41-year-old Nichols Rule of number 6 Fiji Avenue, Freeport, appeared in custody before senior magistrate and deputy coroner LaQuay Lang in court number 3, represented by attorney K. Brian Hanna. Rule is charged with rape contrary to Section 6A of the Sexual Offences Act, Chapter 99. It is alleged that on Sunday, the 2nd of November 2025, in Freeport, Grand Bahama, he engaged in sexual intercourse with an 18-year-old female without her consent. Due to the serious nature of the charge, the defendant was not required to enter a plea. The matter will proceed to the Supreme Court by way of a voluntary bill of indictment, and bail was denied. The case has been scheduled for the 22nd of February 2026 in court number 3 for service and receipt of the voluntary bill of indictment. The Ministry of Education, in collaboration with the Grand Bahama Principal and Vice Principal Association, along with the Grand Bahama Remembrance Day Committee, will host the 26th Annual Remembrance Day Parade this Sunday, November 9th at 3 p.m. The parade will commence from the parking lot of Christ the King Cathedral and will feature schools, uniform branches, and community organizations honoring the brave men and women who served in defense of our nation. The 26th Annual Remembrance Day Parade takes place this Sunday, November 9th, honoring the men and women who served our country with courage and sacrifice. Organized by the Ministry of Education, the Grand Bahama Principals and Vice Principals Association, and the Remembrance Day Committee, the parade will begin at 3 o'clock p.m. from the parking lot of Christ the King Cathedral. Co-chair of the Remembrance Day Committee, Cecil Thompson, along with facilitators Marvin Roll and Kendris Heald, sharing details of the event during a press conference.
A special appeal to the pastors, to the youth leaders, and all the churches, and all the Uniform Youth Group on the island to assemble in the parking lot of the Pro Cathedral of Christ the King no later than 2:30 on Sunday, the 9th of November 2025, and from here we will parade to Mary Star to see.
Former District Superintendent of Education Marvin Roll also extending a special invitation to the public to attend the 63rd Remembrance Day church service beginning at 4 o'clock p.m.
I also want to invite you to the 63rd Annual Remembrance Day service at Mary Star of the Sea that starts at 4 p.m.
District Education Officer in the Ministry of Education, Kendris Heald, is urging parents to ensure that all students from east to west are present, emphasizing that the goal is for the Grand Bahama students to march with pride and honor this coming Sunday.
We would like to encourage full participation from the schools under the Department of Education during this march, which will be held on Sunday.
And still to come.
Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture welcoming a cohort of certified lifeguards.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Attention mariners, Lusco and Tamarind Development remind all boaters that the Tano Beach Bridge waterway is closed due to bridge construction. Exit via Fortune Bay Canal, follow the southern shore to Bell Channel Bay, contact 350-9016 or support at lusco.org with any questions. Get ready for the anniversary Rake and Scrape Backyard Party at No Holds Bar, Saturday, November 8th. Live performances by Wilfred Solomon, Stevie S, and Johnny Cake. Hosted by Dana Rowe. Doors open at 7, showtime 9, admission just $20 with free food.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Under the appropriate theme, The First Wave, Building a Safer Bahamas, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture officially welcomed its inaugural cohort of nationally recognized certified lifeguards. Our Matthew Martin Borrow provides more in this story.
Following a 2-summer-long training program hosted by the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture alongside the YMCA and Bahamas Swim and Scuba, the graduate contingency of 12 males and 1 female welcomed their certifications and awards with warm smiles and applause from the supporting audience at the Pelican Bay Resort's Delphine Room. Executive Director of the YMCA, Karen Pinder-Johnson, shares the pride she feels for the graduates following their program completion and is optimistic for the future of youth development nationally as well.
As we look ahead, may this partnership continues to grow from strength to strength, producing future leaders who not only protect lives, but also inspires others to pursue excellence.
Extending the congratulatory sentiments is Member of Parliament for North Andros and Barry Islands, Leonardo Lightburn. He also made a stunning announcement of occupation offers on behalf of the cohort.
Opportunities await you from the resort, aquatics, and private islands, lifeguarding, to cruise line positions abroad. And I understand, congrats, I understand some of you already been made offers and you should be starting your new employment shortly. So let's give a round of applause for all those who have been offered already.
Rounding out the evening is Minister for Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, as he provided words of astounding encouragement for the incoming influx of expert swimmers.
Wear this accomplishment with pride.
You have proven that discipline and determination open doors. Continue to learn, continue to lead, and continue to be example to others to follow.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
After highlighting the introduction of a new biometric voter's card and assuring its data protection, the three-day exhibition of town hall meetings hosted by the Parliamentary Registration Department came to a close with its last stop at the Bishop Michael Eldon Auditorium. Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson says the public reception has been positive overall, despite some hesitation by residents.
They were very interactive, and I think the residents who came out, they are better prepared to understand the process, and I think we have alleviated a lot of fear about the biometric system, and we have the data commissioner with us, so to assure the residents that their data will be protected, and so we believe that the impact has been positive.
Commissioner Thompson adding that the biometric voter's card is not a necessity. However, he urges the public to still exercise their rights to vote nonetheless.
You can vote with your purple card. Once you're on the continuous register, you are eligible to vote. So no matter what they say or what they might do, you are eligible to vote in the next election, whether you have a biometric card or not. So don't stay away from the polls because you don't have a biometric card. You want every eligible to aim, and it's your voice. Your voice is your vote. So let's go out and vote.
8 little darlings will compete to see who is the brightest amongst the galaxy. The Little Miss Glitz Bahamas pageant returns November 7 to 8 at the Belinda Wilson BUT Hall. This year's theme, Galaxy of Dreams. Each contestant will represent a planet as they look to wow the judges through various categories. Director Kriana Rolls says the pageant continues to be a key platform for Little Miss Glitz Bahamas, as the overall goal is to help young women mature through every aspect of life.
We help girls to grow in the program where we have 10 weeks of different activities. It's more than just a pageant where they prepare for the night on stage. We do educational sessions. We do community service activities. This year, the girls participated every weekend for 10 weeks at various places on the island. We have the preliminaries, which is on November 7th at 8 p.m. at the BUT Hall. That's where the girls will display their talents and show their costumes. And then the crowning, which is on November 8th.
Handing down is her crown, and that is none other than Skylar Pyfrom, who expresses how much she enjoyed representing the crown for the past year and offers these encouraging words to the next Little Miss Glitz Bahamas.
It was a dream come true. I got to do amazing things with my awesome pageant director, her mother and her friends and her sister. I'm just very grateful for what they have done for me. I had such an awesome experience this year and last year. To be brave, kind, and bold. Do not be scared.
The staff and student body at West End Primary School are mourning the loss of young Garrick Lewis Jr. The first grade student was first hospitalized on October 20th after suffering multiple seizures. He was later diagnosed with status epilepticus, a medical emergency characterized by prolonged seizures lasting more than 5 minutes or multiple seizures without recovery in between. He would later succumb to his injuries on November 1st, leaving his family, teachers, and classmates devastated. Shane Stubbs has more in this report.
It's an emotional time at West End Primary as teachers and students grapple with the heartbreaking loss of one of their own. 5-year-old Garrick Lewis Jr., a first grader at the school, was hospitalized around October 20th, with family members appealing for blood donations. He was later airlifted to New Providence for further evaluation, and while there was hopes that young Lewis would once again grace these halls, that hope was shattered this past Sunday when his homeroom teacher, Sylvia Pinder, received the devastating news of his passing.
He was on my mind. And so I just texted the mother, not knowing that he had passed already. I have no many words to say. We love him. We're going to miss him. He will always be ingrained in our hearts.
Through his quiet nature shines the radiance of a jovial student, always wearing a smile. Those who knew him now mourn the reality that his bright smile will never greet them again.
What you ate for breakfast? You had pizza this morning? What's your name? What's your name? Pardon? Garrett.
Garrett always had a smile on his face. He always whispered when he wanted to tell you something. Always wanted to run up and down with the big kids because he thought he was just as grown as they were. I don't know, he was a fun-loving child. That's all I could say.
From her vantage point, Pinder saw young Garrett get along with all of his classmates, even developing bonds that was on the verge of lasting a lifetime.
He loved Taya, that was his partner, who sat beside him. She always looked after him, protect him.
Sixth grade teacher Anna Marie Amerthil says his light was undeniable. She recalls that when news first broke of his hospitalization, it sparked fervent prayers across the school community. But on November 1st, when the message of his passing lit up their phones, she says the reality delivered a devastating blow they never imagined.
It was just indescribable because he was such a light, as I mentioned, to the school. So we were expecting him to pull through.
Due to multiple seizures, little Garrett's organs began to fail, leading to an emergency airlift on October 29th. But on November 1st, the 5-year-old was pronounced dead after his brain suffered traumatic injuries caused by the prolonged seizures. His passing has left a heartbreaking void for his parents, Garrett Sr. and Melissa, and an empty desk among his classmates. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Now the family is still seeking financial assistance to defray medical expenses. If you would like to donate, funds can be sent to Melissa Roll Commonwealth Bank account at 712-530-5619, branch 21212. And that's a look at stories making news. Jay Philippe is up next with sports.
Grand Bahama, get ready. This is yours truly, Pastor Laquez Williams, inviting you to a live concert at Jubilee Cathedral this November 16th at 6 p.m. Live in concert with Peter Key, How I Cross Over, and Bishop Simeon Outen, and many others. You don't want to miss it. We will also have special appearance by Sunland Baptist Academy students. Part proceeds goes to Sunland Baptist Academy renovation. You don't want to miss this amazing concert.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than the tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies. Nobody
does
it
better. Edinburgh Napier University, the #1 modern university in Scotland, is now recruiting for their January 2026 intake and is holding a free information session at the British Colonial Hotel on November 18th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Edinburgh Napier's programs, which include the AACSB accredited and NACOB recognized MBA and BA business top-ups for holders of associate degrees, are 100% online, 100% relevant, and 100% flexible, and can be completed in a minimum of 1 year. Reserve a place now at seidegrees.com. That's www.seidegrees.com.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose, crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready-mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products that bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports Top in Sports. The Grand Bahama Games Volleyball Championship game is set for tonight in men's and ladies play at the 8 Mile Rock Gymnasium. East Grand Bahama will take on Marco City in the men's title game, while Pine Ridge will match up against Marco City in the women's championship game at 9 p.m. tonight. Overall, the games have been very competitive nonetheless, speaks surgeons of the Volleyball Grand Bahama Championships.
Well, honestly, it's very competitive because you have some of the senior players that are helping out. So your top two teams for the ladies so far looks like Marco City and Pine Ridge. But for the men, it's very competitive because East Grand Bahama has good players, Marco City has good players, and also Central. And a lot of those teams, you have like former national team players too, and 100% junior national hopeful. So it's pretty much anyone's game.
Next in sports, the Grand Bahama Sailing Club had an outstanding showing recently at the Cecil G. Cook Memorial Junior Regatta.
I've been here for 4 years. This is number 5, and this is the best results we've had in all that time. They really went out there and gave it their all.
Grand Bahama came home with the trophy in second place. We also had the youngest girl that participated in the regatta, and we're excited for her. She came in. It was her first championship sail, so that's a big deal.
Young Halo Brewery finished 13th overall.
I felt a bit intimidated at the start because me knowing that I was going into championship fleet with all the big people, but after that I felt really well, that I was confident in myself.
And finally in sports, 2 games played yesterday at the Grand Bahama Tip-Off Classic High School Basketball Tournament on Thursday. In Game 1, the defending champions, the Sunland Stingers, dominated Jackie with Wildcats 39-14, led by Kareem KJ Styles with 16 points for the Stingers in the win. The other game saw St. George's Jaguars pulling away from the Tabernacle Falcons in the fourth quarter for a 45-38 victory. Mikhail Nesbitt was the high point man with 15 points for the Jaguars in the win. Travis Kelly scored 14 in the loss for the Falcons. Championships will be played on Monday. Ladies and gents, that's your quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. Your Facebook friend of the day is next.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Ever wonder what all those dates mean on your food? Let's clear that up. First up, expiry date. This is the one you want to pay attention to. After this date, food may not be safe to eat. Time to say goodbye, yogurt. Next, best by date. This is about quality, not safety. Food is still not may be good at this date, but it won't taste as fresh when it's new. And finally, sell by date. This is just for the stores. It tells them when to pull it off the shelf. It doesn't mean your food is bad. It just means it's time to start shopping for a new batch. Know your date? Keep your food fresh. Stay fresh. Stay smart.
Remember to check your date and use your senses. Fresh foods, fresh life.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Your number 1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's a look at stories making news. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest. Have a great weekend. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the perception may be negative, but one financial expert reasons that bankruptcy doesn't have to be a bad word. Find out what other advice is being dished out in the face of the country's housing crisis. Plus, the government seeking to bring some calm to the ongoing furor surrounding the management of Junkanoo with the return of a familiar face. And Golden Isles residents hear from the man the opposition's counting on to win their votes later this month. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now. Rising tension diffused this morning following favorable pronouncements from the various Junkanoo groups. Our Danielle Dean leads us off tonight with the latest coming out of today's briefing.
Junkanoo lovers, there's no need to speculate, as the Shell Saxon Superstars, the Way Forward Valley Boys, Roots, One Family, Genesis Warhawks, and the Music Makers have all confirmed that they will be on Bay Street come Boxing and New Year's Day morning. At Friday's Office of the Prime Minister's weekly press briefing, these Junkanoo groups contend that despite the ongoing controversy, the trash talking has begun and they're ready to hit the road. The major Junkanoo groups have given their stamp of approval to National Junkanoo Committee Chairman Warren Andrew Pinder.
For too long, our beloved tradition has carried the weight of confusion, mistrust, and division. But this morning, we stand together as one community, one movement, one Bahamas, ready to turn the page and begin a new chapter in the history of Junkanoo.
One Family Chairman Vernon Roll admits that the decision to stand behind the NJC didn't go as planned.
When that press release came that month, we had a general meeting on that Monday, and that press release was the voice of the people, and the people wanted to go that way. I'm the chairman of the group. That's the way we have to go. It was some backlashes. Well, that's fine, but at the end of the day, I am here to serve the people.
Despite bumping heads, Chairman Pinder maintained his committee is open to the idea of receiving advice from former parade managers.
The parade is being managed by the NJC. The 2025-26 parades are being managed by the NJC solely. But as we said, we are taking recommendations as to how we can make this parade better.
And for these Junkanooers, they're ready for the first competition.
Be very, very prepared if you're going to go up against the Valley Boys this year, because there's a lot of work going down, and we will be very, very good.
A word of warning to the Junkanoo world and to you, Mr. Jones. When the lion roars, the jungle trembles. And with that being said, the Roots Junkanoo group will participate in the upcoming Boxing Day and New Year's Day parades. So be very afraid.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Well, indeed, some good news there. In other news this evening, amid what the housing minister sees as a housing crisis, a senior banker is calling on the powers that be to get creative with policy. Our Leah Cooper picks up the story from here.
Perhaps changes should be made to the policy, the candid suggestion of Fidelity Bank and Trust Chief Executive Officer Gowan Bowe on the heels of Housing Minister the Honorable Keith Bell's comments in the House of Assembly. On Wednesday, Minister Bell spoke to a worsening housing crisis in country, charging that some commercial banks are more reluctant to lend to Bahamians wanting to build or purchase homes.
Many of the same institutions, Madam Speaker, that claim the market is oversupplied continue to hold repossessed or distressed properties for years, refusing to sell them at market value because doing so would require them to recognize losses.
Well, as Bowe explains, it's not that simple.
Try and sell a property, which they are seeing now, that is in the court system, that requires the court's consent to order vacant possession when you're saying that the party owes $200,000, but the best offer you're getting is $50,000. The court looks and said, no, that can't be fair. And I understand why, from a moral position, they're saying it can't be fair that the property is going to be sold for $50,000, but they still owe $250,000. The reality is, whatever the property is sold for, the residual balance is owed by the borrower.
He also suggests there be some changes in policy. Take the Homeowners Protection Act, for example. Bo reasons that's only one part of bankruptcy legislation, adding that most jurisdictions have wider parameters when there's homeowners protection.
That will allow financial institutions to bankrupt a borrower but not take the roof from over their head. So it means that every other source of income, every other asset becomes claimable in a structured process through the courts, and the home is the last one to go.
He adds that under very strict circumstances, the borrower would be evicted under those provisions. That said, Bo also suggests getting creative and finding other ways to offer Bahamians affordable housing.
As opposed to simply looking at Crown land availability as being an easy way of, I will construct homes because it's Crown land, but understand the opportunity cost. Every time you use Crown land for homes when there are vacant properties available for productive use, you're taking away future use of that same Crown land that could be used for further productive purposes.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Well, all eyes on the islands of the Bahamas, and that's just how tourism officials want it as they wrap up a days-long mission in London showcasing all the destination has to offer. Traveling with the team, our Corval Pyfram and camerawoman, Agatha Christie.
This is considered a historic night. Team Tourism Bahamas rolling out the red carpet, welcoming over 200 guests to the famed The Hotel Corinthia, for a night where the Bahamas will be on full display. If this looks like a celebration, it should. Team Tourism Bahamas, and by extension, the islands of the Bahamas, have lots to cheer for. This first ever global sales mission UK, a market opening the Bahamas to more than possibly 20 million visitors, not only knows the destination is open, they also have been reminded just how to reach it.
The data tells us the story. The data tells us that this market loves the islands of the Bahamas. The data tells us that this market seeks to explore and enjoy everything that our destination has to offer.
And for us, it's important to meet with different partners in the United Kingdom and in Europe to really help them with the logistics of it, how to market, introduce them to the things to do on the island so they can disseminate that to their audiences.
This is exactly what Team Tourism's Makala Moss has been pushing all along.
We've crossed the pond, and we are so excited to share the news with our travel partners, our media, and our friends and family in Europe to let them know that we are ready to welcome them. We have non-stop flights with British Airways from London to Nassau daily.
What an evening it was here last night at the Hotel Corinthia, and what a week it has been here in London for Team Tourism Bahamas. Before we go, we'd like to say a special thank you to the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation for facilitating our visit here to London this week. And I'd also like to thank the person behind the lenses who's made these pieces all so special by capturing the images, sights and sounds of our visit here to London. Agatha Christie, or as the folks here in London say once they hear her name, Agatha Christie has returned to London. And so, with Agatha Christie, I'm Corval Pyfram for the Bahamas Tonight in London.
Well, good job there, Corval. In other news, more police officers to hit the streets as the force ups its numbers following the passing out of 2 new squads here in the capital. On the ground for us is our Desmond Saunders. Desmond?
68 new recruits have officially joined the ranks of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. A ceremony taking place under overcast skies here at the Police College on University Drive. I have Commandant Laura Stewart joining me on the broadcast. A very busy day, but a productive one and a defining moment for the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Some 68 recruits are joining the ranks of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, and it comes at a time of heightened expectations. Let's talk about the training exercise and some of the new measures that are now in place.
Thank you, Desmond. We at the Police Training College are truly excited for today, and we are excited more so because we saw 68 recruits who started with us in May become successful officers. It was an uphill battle for them, but they made it. Now, we understand that we are in the spotlight, so the training was devised that we went through police discipline, the law, traffic, the normal run-of-the-mill, but Ms. Knowles, Commissioner Knowles, since she came into office, ethics has always been her thing. So we have done several sessions on ethics, policies, our guidelines, and we took the recruits through a battery of what it means to be an ethical officer. We have high expectations of them, and they know that. But more importantly, we taught them what happens when you have missteps. So we believe we're confident that these recruits are ready to face the community because they've done community policing training, they've done psychological training. So I believe they're properly equipped to take on policing in a community-centric way.
Of course, there were the implosive physical displays and physical drills, one of the features that everybody enjoys during these ceremonies, and a charge from Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, encouraging the recruits to serve with honor and care. We'll have more of this ceremony later on our newscast, but for right now, Desmond Saunders of Bahamas Tonight.
Thanks, Desmond. It's been some time now since we've heard the moniker Sam Bankman-Fried. You know, the American vindicate whose meteoric rise in the cryptocurrency world came to a crashing end here in the Bahamas back in 2022. Well, SBF is back in the news. This time, a U.S. federal appeals court is weighing whether to overturn his fraud conviction. However, as our Leah Cooper tells us, from what played out this week, judges don't seem convinced.
Former cryptocurrency tycoon Sam Bankman-Fried, who once lived right here in the Bahamas, makes headlines once again as a U.S. federal appeals court is now considering whether to overturn his fraud conviction. However, based on U.S. reports from what happened in court this week, judges don't appear to be convinced by his legal team's arguments. Defense attorney Alexandria Shapiro told the three-judge panel that Bankman-Fried's original trial was fundamentally unfair. She claimed the presiding judge, Louis Kaplan, restricted what her client could say on the witness stand, leaving the defense cut off at the knees and giving prosecutors the chance to tell what she called a morally compelling tale without a fair response. Shapiro insists that claims of huge losses were misleading, saying most FTX creditors have now been paid back in full, some even getting more than they originally invested. But the appeals judge pushed back. One said there was a very substantial evidence of guilt, and another questioned whether the jury would have ruled any differently, even if Bankman-Fried had been allowed to say more in his defense. There are also reports that some of Bankman-Fried's former associates have reached out to U.S. President Donald Trump, urging him to grant a pardon. So far, there's no indication that the president is considering it. Last month, Trump did pardon another prominent crypto figure, Binance founder Changpeng CZ Zhao. Bankman-Fried, who built his FTX empire from right here in the Bahamas, was sentenced last year to 25 years in prison after being found guilty of defrauding investors and customers out of more than $3 billion. The trial judge called his conduct exceptional greed and a disregard for the truth. Bankman-Fried remains in U.S. federal custody as he waits for the court's decision, a ruling that could determine whether his 25-year sentence stands or if he gets a second chance at trial. No timeline has been announced for that decision. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Coming up, details of the official opposition's rally in the alley. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news when we return.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
KFC fill-up box, serving 6 juicy pieces of chicken, 4 buttery biscuits, crispy fries to share, and 12 premium original recipe KFC nuggets, all packed into one crave-worthy box. So dig in and do whatever the crunch you want with the KFC fill-up box. Only at KFC, it's finger-licking good.
The second annual Energy Summit is coming to the British colonial Nassau on November 20th and 21st. Join the conversation on people, power, and partnerships and see how the Bahamas is shaping a sustainable energy future. And this year, the spotlight shines on our Youth Energy Zone, where students will share bold ideas, hosted by Vocab Bahamas, with DJ Lil Giant keeping the energy high. Register today at energyandtransportbahamas.com/events.
As an athlete, I've learned that success isn't built on extras. It's built on the essentials. Strength, discipline, smart choices. That's why I'm proud to partner with Bahama Health to introduce Essential 300. A comprehensive health insurance plan that's all about covering what truly matters. Essential 300 is Bahama Health's most affordable major medical plan for groups and individuals. It offers access to a specialized network of care with essential benefits like preventative services, because real strength starts with staying healthy. You may not be training for a race, but everyone deserves strong and affordable coverage with Essential 300. With Bahama Health, you can feel good about your health plan and protect what truly matters, your health.
For more information, call 396-1350 or visit www.bahamahealth.com.
As a resident of Golden Isles for the past 22 years, I've lived there, served as the chairman for the constituency for the past 11 years. I know the needs, I know the infrastructure needs, I know the needs that the people in Golden Isles need. I drive through there every day. Some of the needs is the healthcare system, the environment. We're looking at safety in terms of the police presence being in the constituency on a daily basis. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get Golden Isles up and running and making sure that it's be the best constituency in the Commonwealth of Bahamas. My name is Brian Berkeley Brown from the great constituency of Golden Isles. I'm asking that you lend me a vote so I could work for you.
This message has been brought to you by the Free National Movement.
You're looking at a shot there of a barge entering Nassau Harbor. That shot courtesy of our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. Welcome back. We know how much Brian Brown's worth, how long he's been on the ground in the Golden Isles constituency, but what's on his to-do list should he clinch the seat in the upcoming by-election? Our Desmond Saunders turned out to the Free National Movement's rally in the Alley last evening. He has the details for us in this next report.
The Free National Movement's high-energy event drawing scores to its constituency office in Golden Isles Thursday evening. With the November 24th by-election fast approaching, Free National Movement Party leader Michael Pintard says his organization is ready to claim that seat left vacant by the PLP's former Member of Parliament, the late Von Miller. He reminded supporters of Brian Brown's unwavering commitment to the Bahamian people.
Those of us here who have walked with him to different houses, you've heard members of the Progressive Liberal Party who said how much they appreciate him, how much they love him, how they thank God that he showed up when their loved one died, and not only did he show up, he didn't go with his hands swinging. They talk about how he made the calls. When contracts were canceled, a young man said to us yesterday that when his contract was canceled in Adelaide, Brian put his hand in his own pocket to see if he could ease the burden until another opportunity emerged.
Pintard promised immediate relief for residents struggling with transportation challenges in the constituency, and when asked if a loss at the polls would reflect poorly on his leadership, Pintard dismissed the idea.
People are focused on the wrong thing. The real issue here is the people of Golden Isles. I'm going to be fine regardless. It's the people that I'm concerned about. The mother who lives in Adelaide who may not have transportation to get to school with her children and have to struggle every morning to figure out how she'll get from where she is to Bacardi Road to catch a bus. For those persons who are unemployed, and wondering when we're going to get our act together.
With more than 2 decades of service to his community, the Free National Movement Golden Owls candidate Brian Brown promised to continue his work in that community.
We must reduce crime and violence, not just with talk, but with real programs that reach our young men before the streets do. We must reduce the cost of living so Bahamians can afford to live in this country they love. We must eliminate the VAT on essential items, food, medicine, baby supply, because no family should have to choose between grocery and electricity.
With the 2026 general election season heating up, Pentard says the Free National Movement plans to ratify more candidates before the Christmas. For now, the party's hoping to mobilize Golden Owls voters as the November 24th by-election draws near. Desmond Saunders of Bahamas Tonight.
Since the passage of Hurricane Melissa, the aftermath has revealed the reality of a changing climate. In this next report, our Diane Dorsett speaks with climate scientists in Jamaica.
Melissa made landfall on Jamaica's south coast as a Category 5 hurricane, packing maximum sustained winds of 185 miles per hour, dumping more than 49 inches of rain in some areas in just 24 hours. For climate scientists, the storm is yet another reminder that warmer oceans are fueling stronger and faster forming systems across the region. Elizabeth Riley, Executive Director of the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, says Hurricane Melissa is part of a dangerous pattern linked directly to global warming.
Now, these are figures I don't think we've ever seen before. In the extreme cases before, for example, in Dorian, in the Bahamas in 2019, there were high 20s figures in terms of the precipitation amount. So these are some of the things that we anticipated to come with climate change, and they're here, they're happening now, and they're happening more frequently.
Beyond the physical destruction, scientists say Melissa also reveals a deeper issue. One, Prime Minister Honorable Philip Davis continues to push, and that's that small island nations are carrying the weight of a global crisis they didn't cause. Riley says this highlights the need for self-reliance.
The geopolitics of the globe has shifted, and the allocation of resources for building resilience to hazards, this is on the downward trend. And given everything that is happening globally, it is likely that this is a trend that may continue. What it means is that we have to invest more. We have to invest more in our people, in their skill sets. We have to invest more in our national emergency management offices so that they're equipped with the types of skills and competencies that are necessary.
And while international support remains vital, experts say it should serve as a global warning. As countries like Jamaica and Haiti begin to rebuild, Dr. Trevor Johnson, assistant professor and disaster policy consultant, says each country, especially the Bahamas, cannot wait for the world to act.
We have to recognize that we have to do stuff in our own country to ensure that we're resilient. We see that Jamaica got a very, very large payout from a cat bond it had with the World Bank. It's time the Bahamas consider other parametric insurance beyond CARIF to fund loss and damages associated with tropical systems.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorsett.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Focall Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
I worked hard every single day, from primary school into secondary school. My name is Darren Pickstock. I started to work at Atlantis as a space cleaner. Nobody could beat me. I took pride in my job. After that, I went to the UK to study law. I'm very proud of my work in the Senate, my advocacy for suicide prevention, my record in empowering young people, and also food security. I'm the chairman of the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation. I believe that it is important for us to feed ourselves, so I see that as a national security issue. The government has done a lot, but the reality is there is a lot more to be done. The cost of living is always increasing, and so to be able to bring down the cost of food will assist people in being able to eat properly. Investing in Bahamians is important, extremely important. It is about opening the door. People just want an opportunity. I am very result-driven, and that is what Golden Isles will see me as.
hear about all these pizzas, boy? Wait, Marcos, wait. You have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait. Pineapple. All. Barbecue. All. Hey, VAT included, but I need the $10 special place.
How many would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, but
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done. But at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
A digital wave is making its mark across the Bahamas. From Grand Bahama to Anagua, Bahamians are embracing smarter ways to pay. The Pay Fast, Live Digital campaign, launched by the Central Bank of the Bahamas and the Clearing Banks Association, is bringing safe, fast, and convenient payment solutions to every island, from online banking to mobile wallets.
We had an incredible turnout, so it gave us an opportunity to have a conversation that they can also be a part of and appreciate.
Remember, people over 60 and around 60, the fear that you talk about, we understand, and we have persons to be able to assist with that.
I learned that digital banking is going to be one of the biggest ways that us as Bahamian kids will benefit in the future.
It has to start somewhere, and this is a good start.
We're empowering communities, one town hall at a time, for families, for businesses, for you. Let's live digital.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Well, representatives from roughly 20 countries, many of whom typically connect only through Zoom, are in the capital for the next few days for a rare opportunity to meet, worship, and discuss key matters. The 42nd Triennial Synod kicks off on Saturday at Breezes Resort, Cable Beach. Anglican Bishop Reverend Leish Boyd says members will tackle issues relating to what he called the representative democracy of today.
The whole province cannot gather. And so every diocese sends 5 or 6 representatives to meet and talk about the affairs of the church. And that in itself is powerful for us to be together, pray together, and talk about the affairs of our church.
Asked about the challenges the diocese faces and what the Synod hopes to accomplish, Bishop Boyd says key is keeping the church connected and growing.
We want to think about things like increasing membership. Every church is experiencing a decline, particularly a decline in younger people, as parents no longer bring their children to church the way they used to. Families no longer go to church together the way they used to. So these are some of the issues we are going to be looking at.
Well, Royston is flying solo tonight, but trust and believe he's still up to giving us a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now.
I absolutely am. Our co-pilot, Marlena, is unfortunately a bit under the weather, so I hope you're feeling better soon, Marlena. Now, it's Friday, and if you feel like whining just a little bit, it's for good reason. It's because we have Bahamian artist Mr. Shine himself in the building, who's going to be sitting down with us and performing his latest song later on tonight.
Well, a party ain't a party if it doesn't start on Access Now. Stay with us. Got more coming up.
diet-friendly special?
Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy on noon. Signature hot wings. What's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken. Those pepper wings.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while doing my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage your claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
As a resident of Golden Isles for the past 22 years, I've lived there, served as the chairman for the constituency for the past 11 years. I know the needs, I know the infrastructure needs, I know the needs that the people in Golden Isles need. I drive through there every day. Some of the needs is the healthcare system, the environment. We're looking at safety in terms of the police presence being in the constituency on a daily basis. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get Golden Isles up and running and making sure that it's be the best constituency in the Commonwealth of Bahamas. My name is Brian Berkeley Brown from the great constituency of Golden Isles. I'm asking that you lend me a vote so I could work for you.
This message has been brought to you by the Free National Movement.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations, excluding the airport and food truck.
It's time now for your first look at the tropics, and it's brought to you by the Disaster Risk Management Authority. And there's nothing much there to talk about, save for a tropical wave near the Lesser Antilles that's moving towards the west. And we do have some tropical moisture that's streaming across the northwest and central parts of the Bahamas, and that's courtesy of a mid to upper level trough in the Gulf of Mexico. But elsewhere, throughout the tropical Atlantic, tropical cyclone development is not anticipated over the next 7 days. Krishna?
Thanks, Basil. 1 day shy of a week, and organizers of a last Saturday's Fall in Love 90s R&B concert featuring Tyrese, Deborah Cox, and Bahamian-grown Alia Coley are still riding high after its success. CEO of Alliance Entertainment, Geronimo Ellis, is thanking everyone who made the night all it was. And it seems they're just getting started, with plans already in the works for the next addition to the R&B series.
The artists did their thing, and everybody did what they came to do, and it wasn't no hiccups, and everybody was just flowing, and everybody's having a good time, mingling. Everybody was just gelling, drinking, and eating, having laughters, and you know, it was like you seeing people you never seen the concerts before, and that was really appreciated.
Well, before we leave, we want to say happy birthday to our very own Basil Dean and Marie Coakley, the mother of our colleague, Gerald Coakley. And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Health is the greatest gift.
That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
National Youth Award winner captures the Prime Minister's Cup, the name to be revealed straight ahead. And CG Atlantic Medical supports men's health. Excellent news there. Plus, YEP makes waves with CWCO support. You want to stay close for that. And coming up in sports, team took to the Diamonds for the BASS Baseball Sudden Death Playoffs.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
American feminist Angela Davis said, "I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I'm changing the things I cannot accept." Good evening, everyone. I'm Royce Jones, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. Now, Marlena is under the weather today, so I'm flying solo. We want to say get well soon, Marlena. Before we step into Entertainment Friday, on behalf of the entire Team Access Now, I want to wish our one-of-a-kind weatherman, Basil Dean, a very special happy birthday. All the best in the years to come, Basil. Now, let's dive right into the news. The recent National Youth Awards concluding with a number of winners, including Lashante Sampson, who was absent on the night of the awards presentation, but this past week was at Parliament expressing her thanks to the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture for the award, which stands as the highest honor in the annual event. The award seeks to identify outstanding young people making a difference across the country.
This is a privilege, indeed a privilege, to be recognized in this way for both the Youth and Governance and the Prime Minister's Cup. I was in shock when the announcement was made. However, I know that I was doing the work both locally, regionally, and internationally, and so I'm happy for the opportunity to be honored in this way.
Now, building on the success of October's breast cancer awareness campaign, CG Atlantic Medical and Life is proud to extend its focus on preventative health by launching a new initiative in recognition of Men's Health Awareness Month this November. Through partnerships with Oak Tree Medical Center in Nassau and Premier Clinical Laboratory in Grand Bahama, Premier and Provident Health Plan members can access prostate-specific antigen testing at 100% coverage with no out-of-pocket cost and no impact to their annual wellness benefit during the month of November. The Youth Empowerment Program, YEP, has started its 2025-2026 year with record-breaking participation and a financial commitment from Consolidated Water Bahamas Limited. More than 500 students from public and private schools across New Providence have joined the program, marking one of YEP's largest and most energetic openings yet. The organization's district meetings kicked off this month with excitement, teamwork, and spirit of embracing excellence, the theme for the YEP New Year. CWCO's donation will help YEP continue expanding its leadership and mentorship activities while providing the resources needed to engage more young people across the islands. Still to come, it's Entertainment Friday, and Shine is here to give you your access to entertainment. And also, on the other side of the break is Basil Dean, who is currently celebrating his birthday, the big one. Stay close.
Others may try, but nobody delivers the savings like Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Seabass tuna, 5 ounces, 85 cents. Kraft macaroni and cheese, 5.5 ounces, 99 cents. Country Barn mayonnaise, 30 ounces, $3.49. Green peppers, $1.89 per pound. Whole chicken wings, $1.69 per pound. With savings at every aisle, you could shop with a smile at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
What is car sexy? I need to upgrade, eh?
That's easy. Just apply for a cash and go loan.
Once approved, you're in the giveaway.
That's second, this lady even got no Bluetooth. You want some presents?
Yes.
No. I just like anybody getting presents this year. This Christmas, trade up. Get approved for a loan like Cash and Go and enter to win this brand new Kia.
Hi, I'm Brent, Vice President of Retail and Sales here at CBS Bahamas in the Southwest Plaza on Carmichael Road. If you haven't shopped with us before, please give us a chance. We pride ourselves on terrific customer service. Our store is clean, large, we have thousands of products, we're open 7 days a week, and we have a nice, wide, spacious, comfortable layout for you to enjoy. Visit us in the Southwest Plaza on Carmichael Road or shop online at cbsbahamas.com.
Bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong.
It's time now for your Access Weather Forecast. In the tropics, we have a tropical wave near the Los Angeles, and that's moving towards the west. We also have some tropical moisture streaming across the northwest and central Bahamas, and that's courtesy of a mid to upper level trough in the Gulf of Mexico. And as we take a look at our live water radar, we do have some showers being advected towards the northeast across central Andros. Some of that will be passing our way, so occasionally you'll have some downpours. Some heavier stuff across the Grand Bahama area, also North Carolina and South Eleuthera experiencing some of those showers associated with that northeasterly stream of tropical air. Boating forecast tonight in the northwest and central islands, right through the weekend, by the way. Light and variable winds with flat seas. High tide, 8:59 tonight. Another high tide at 9:33 tomorrow morning. Now for the southeast Bahamas through Sunday, those winds are going to be out of the southeast at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
I see it. My work is on the water. Free diving, throw no liners. It's how I survive. Listen, from foggy to yellowtail, from jackfish to killer whale, I jump in my dinghy.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Royston.
Thanks so much, Basil. Shine joins us tonight to talk about his latest song. Welcome back to Access Now.
It's good to be here. Good night, Bahamas.
Good to have you, man. Especially on Entertainment Friday.
Yes.
Now, before we talk about your latest song, I want to talk about what have you been up to since the last time you were here?
Since the last time, I've just been, just working on the craft, trying to finish off my studio, trying to get comfortable in there, and, trying to continue to push Bahamian music forward.
Absolutely. Is that feeling there that we're pushing Bahamian music in the right direction?
Oh, yeah, I think it definitely it is. Of course, being a new face and one of the leaders of the new school artists, just been really working diligently and trying to keep it alive.
That's beautiful. Now, my producer was telling me that Maccabee, right? Maccabee is something I shouldn't catch. I don't know why they were saying that, but explain to me what Maccabee is and why we shouldn't be catching it.
So long story short, Maccabee is heartbreak, or love sickness.
Love sickness.
Everybody, I'm sure, had a little piece of it or half of it, or maybe,
a lot of it.
maybe the full brand of love sickness, right? So the term Maccabee, they tell you don't catch Maccabee, it's basically heartbreak.
Wow, you heard it here first. What made you decide to write this song?
Of course, situations, my situations, other people's situations, hearing stories from people in the Junkanoo Shack, and, neighbors, and everybody had a piece of Maccabee, so I feel it was very timely.
Timely.
Yeah.
I think so, and this is the season for a little Maccabee.
Oh, yeah, and this kind of like, it's a cold season, so, you know, you don't want to be lonely around this time. But, you know, my Kobe, yeah, love, sickness, heartbreak, everybody had a piece of it.
Now, of course, we're going to hear more from this song. We're going to see the performance tonight, which we're looking forward to. But what's next for you?
Just music. And, you know, we just pushing forward for all the artists just to, you know, just continue being Bahamian.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe the next song will be The Cure from Makobi.
Oh, don't be the Makobi-er.
Makobi-er.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where we at.
Well, I appreciate you very much for coming on the show. We're looking forward to the performance. So we're going to see you a bit later on.
Yes.
For now, let's turn things over to ZNS Total Sports to see what's on tap.
The BAISS Sudden Death Playoffs getting underway at the Andre Rogers National Stadium. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Fuel's the difference. Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
A lot of our young men and women, they look forward to being around the game of basketball so much because a lot of their community is infested with crime and violence. It's always been a passion of mine to make sure to channel these young men and women in the right direction to sports. Basketball and being in this environment is a safe haven for them in terms of what they need to do to get out. You have leadership conference to help these young men and women to understand the importance of making the right choice. I tell all of my athletes, when you go to school, help yourself. Stay focused. Use basketball. Don't let basketball use you. I love the game. The game has been good to me, and I just want to give back to the young people who have opportunity so the game can be good to them. Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
Welcome to your TGIF Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. The BAISS baseball playoffs getting underway last night at the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium, and the action certainly did not disappoint. Roaming the sidelines of the Diamond, our Eugene Stewart lets us know who would advance to the championship round.
The junior and senior baseball playoff series beginning here at the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Defending champs, the St. Anne's Blue Waves coming out of the box, wasting no time against Windsor School as they would go up to a quick 6-0 lead. Windsor not letting up would put the bats to work as they closed the gap 6-4. In the end, the Blue Waves would make it a back-to-back championship series appearance as they would close this one out 8-4.
Well, for me, you know, it's day by day, game by game, inning by inning, man by man. I don't count before we get there. So right now we're back to defend our championship from last year. And as we go, we'll improve every day, but we fully expect to be victorious at the end.
For the senior boys, the St. Andrews Hurricanes led the way 2-0 against the Big Red Machine of Sac. Sac would come back to take the 5-3 lead at the end of the third inning. And at the end of this 5-inning matchup, the Big Red Machine would cruise their way to victory 11-2. Currently underway for the junior boys in the next set of playoff matchups, the Comets of Queens College face SAC and the seniors. And for the seniors, the Charles W. Saunders Cougars against Queens College. All baseball championship matchups for the junior and senior boys begin next week, Tuesday. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Eugene Stewart.
In hoops news, University of the Bahamas returned to action with an intense matchup against the Nassau Flight Services Ballers this week. We fell into a 6-2 hole early in the game before taking a 14-6 lead. Second quarter would start off with a back and forth, but UB would go on a 9-0 run to take a 38-29 lead at the half. UB getting settled in and would ultimately take the largest lead of the game, 48-29, but NFS would come roaring back. UB missed key buckets down the stretch and would fall 76-72. Terrence Higgs led the Mingos with 18 points and 5 steals, while Russell chipped in with 16.
We wanted to have a situation where we end the game very tired. So we, third quarter, we came up full court press, and we wanted to try to see how our guys would operate in a fatigue situation. And so we kept some key players on the floor, and then we just didn't have it at the end.
And in track news, our men and women in the armed forces set to take to the track next weekend in this year's edition of the Bahamian Law Enforcement Track Classic. And the trash talking has already started between the organizations, with an Olympian getting in the mix as well.
We're going to have the 100 meters, 200 meters, 800, 400, 1500. We're going to have some literal fun events like the tug of war. We're going to have a 3-legged race to throw some fun in there. I think they're doing the lime and spawn as well to make things really fun. All of the expected events are going to be in place. We're going to have a long, I think, a 2,000-meter walk to get the event started.
Presently attached to the Police Training College. Yes, I am a 2-time Olympian, but I'm not going to be on that side of the fence. All right, during 2023, yes, the Defense Force, they outright win. And of course, it was some good friendly fire. This year is going to be totally different. We have been training, we have been preparing from the year started. So we're going to show, we're going to put on the show.
The Royal Bahamas Defense Force Tridents are the 2023 Bahamas Law Enforcement Track Classic champions. And we intend to defend our championship.
And that's been your TGIF Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. Enjoy your weekend.
The DRM Authority 2025 Official Hurricane Shelter List. New Providence Community Center, Blake Road. Samuel and Cornelia Williams Community Center, the Salvation Army, Meadow Street. Reverend Dr. O.A. Pratt Educational Building, St. John's Native Baptist Church, Augusta and Meeting Street. The Remnant Tabernacle Praise reserved for Aftermath, Carmichael Road. Epworth Hall, Ebenezer Methodist Church for use by homeless and persons with physical disabilities, Shirley Street. St. Barnabas Church, Wolf and Blue Hill Roads. Maranatha Seventh-day Adventist Church, Prince Charles Drive, the Salvation Army, Mackey Street, Pilgrim Baptist Temple, St. James Street, New Bethlehem Baptist Church, Independence Drive, Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church, Tawny Williams Darling Highway, Agape Full Gospel Baptist Church, Kennedy Subdivision, New Dimension Ministries, Joe Farrington Road, Church of God Convention Center, Joe Farrington Road, Berea Seventh-day, Blue Hill Road South, Canon Neil E. Roach Hall, Holy Cross Anglican Church, Highbury Park, Ebenezer Mission Baptist, Charles Vincent Street, St. Mary's Hall, Fox Hill on top of the hill, Epiphany Anglican Church, Prince Charles Drive.
Welcome back. You're looking at a shot of the Kendall Geologics Gymnasium. That shot, you guessed it, is courtesy of our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. I can't say it quite like Marlena, but guess where we're headed today? We're going down to Exuma. Let's go. I think Marlena would be proud. Exuma is making waves, and the message is loud and clear. 96% of residents say protect our environment, and 3 out of 4 are sounding the alarm over a massive seawall at Samson Key. The Integra Rosewood project is under fire, with locals warning it could destroy seagrass, marine life, and water quality. The Save Exuma Alliance says a seawall here, that's a hard no. With nearly 7,000 signatures and counting, Exumians are standing together for the island, the ocean, and their future. And as promised, here is Shine with Makobi.
This your boy Shine 242 Bahamas, that's how I go. I gotta tell you a lot of this gal, give me Makobi, man. Anybody have Makobi? All right. Let's go. I got off early, 2:45. Had no school runs or place to be. Parked in my driveway and I cracked my door. Saw them all over the floor. Hey, I try to hold my head each day. I can only hope and pray. Life in shambles, count low lampol. Can't eat nor sleep, but I losing weight. Yeah, girl, you never did care. How you can leave me here? Write me off, I swear. Break up beyond repair. In my heart as a whole, you so brazen and bold. Miss you out of control. Girl, you colder than cold. Wait, grab me. This girl give me my Kobe. Wait, grab me. Oh, I so lonely. I was a good man with college degree. Now I's a Joneser, just roaming the streets. So embarrassed, my night so shame. Can't believe this girl cost my whole life change. I try to hold my head each day. I can only hope and pray. Life in shambles, counting no lampol. Can't eat nor sleep, but I losing weight. Hey, girl, you never did care. How you can leave me here? Write me off, I swear. Break up beyond repair. In my heart as a whole, you so brazen and bold. Miss you out of control. Girl, you colder than cold, but I miss you. Freak me out when I get up inside it, but I miss you. The way you move and it get me excited. You cook me breakfast and juice in the morning. Hey, got me saying yeah. Wait, grab me. This girl gave me my Kobe. Wait, grab me. Oh, I so lonely. Wait, grab me. I need you to hold me. Wait, grab me. This girl gave me my Kobe. Hey, girl, you never did care. How you can leave me here? Write me off, I swear. Break up beyond repair. In my heart as a whole, you so brazen and bold. Miss you out of control. Girl, you colder than cold. Freak me out when I get up inside it. The way you move and it get me excited. You cook me breakfast and juice in the morning. Hey, got me saying yeah. I try to hold my head each day. I can only hope and pray. Life in shambles, counting no lampol. Can't eat nor sleep, boy, I losing weight. Boy, hold your head, boy. Hold your head.
Excellent performance there, Shine. I'm now all up to speed on what Makobi is, and make sure I don't have you counting no lampos out there. That's going to do it for Access Now for tonight. Make sure to join us next week when we start out with a magician, from Trick or Treat to Now Just Tricks. Hope you like that, and move on to authors later on in the show, and more access to entertainment with Johnny King. Stay tuned for the last newscast of the land at 11 o'clock right here on ZNS. Have a great weekend, everybody.
After 66 steps, I'm Matea Cunningham. This is ZNS.
Please come forward. You swear on the Bible?